The book The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is not just about money. It is about how people think, behave, and make decisions around money. Unlike traditional finance books that focus on formulas, strategies, and technical knowledge, this book explains that financial success is less about intelligence and more about behavior. Housel argues that two people with the same knowledge can end up with completely different financial outcomes simply because of how they act. Money decisions are deeply emotional and influenced by personal experiences, upbringing, fear, ego, and social pressure. Understanding this psychology is the key to mastering money. One of the most important ideas in the book is that everyone has a unique financial perspective shaped by their life experiences. For example, someone who grew up during a recession may be more cautious and risk-averse, while someone who experienced a booming economy may take more risks. Neither is completely right or wrong. They are simply reacting based on their past. This explains why people disagree so much about money. Housel emphasizes that you should not judge others' financial decisions harshly because you have not lived their experiences. Instead, you should focus on understanding your own behavior and biases. Another core concept is the power of compounding, which Housel describes as one of the most important forces in finance. Compounding means that money grows exponentially over time, not linearly. The longer you stay invested and allow your money to grow, the more powerful compounding becomes. The book uses the example of Warren Buffett, whose wealth is largely the result of long-term compounding rather than extraordinary investment returns. The lesson here is simple but powerful. Consistency and patience matter more than trying to get rich quickly. Many people fail financially not because they lack knowledge, but because they lack patience. Housel also explains the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich means having a high income or spending a lot of money, while being wealthy means having assets that generate income and provide security. Many people try to look rich by buying expensive cars, clothes, or gadgets, but this often comes at the cost of true wealth. Wealth is what you do not see. It is the money saved and invested for the future. This idea challenges the common belief that visible success equals financial success. In reality, true financial strength is often invisible. A key lesson in the book is the importance of saving. Housel argues that saving money is not just about increasing income, it is about controlling your ego and lifestyle. No matter how much you earn, if you spend everything, you will never build wealth. Saving gives you options, freedom, and security. It allows you to take risks, make decisions without desperation, and handle unexpected situations. Housel highlights that saving is one of the few things completely within your control, regardless of your income level. The concept of luck and risk is another major theme. Housel explains that success and failure are often influenced by factors beyond our control. For example, some people become successful due to being in the right place at the right time, while others fail despite making smart decisions. This does not mean that effort is useless, but it reminds us to stay humble in success and compassionate in failure. Recognizing the role of luck and risk helps us avoid overconfidence and make better decisions. Housel also talks about the danger of overconfidence and the illusion of control. Many people believe they can predict the market or control outcomes, but in reality, the future is uncertain. Trying to time the market or chase quick profits often leads to losses. Instead, Housel suggests focusing on what you can control: your savings rate, your investment discipline, and your behavior. Accepting uncertainty and building strategies that can survive different outcomes is a smarter approach. Another powerful idea in the book is that reasonable decisions are better than rational ones. A rational decision might maximize returns based on data, but a reasonable decision considers human emotions and behavior. For example, investing aggressively might be rational for maximizing returns, but if it causes you stress and leads you to panic during market downturns, it is not reasonable. The best financial strategy is one that you can stick with over the long term without losing sleep. Housel emphasizes the importance of long-term thinking. Many people focus on short-term gains and quick profits, but this often leads to poor decisions. The market is unpredictable in the short term, but tends to grow over the long term. By focusing on long-term goals and ignoring short-term noise, you increase your chances of success. This requires discipline and the ability to resist the temptation of instant gratification. The book also discusses the concept of enough. In a world driven by comparison and competition, many people never feel satisfied with what they have. They constantly chase more money, more success, and more status. However, this mindset can lead to poor decisions and unnecessary risks. Housel argues that knowing when you have enough is crucial for happiness and financial stability. Greed can destroy wealth just as quickly as poor decisions. Another lesson is the importance of margin of safety. This means preparing for uncertainty and unexpected events. Instead of assuming everything will go perfectly, you should build buffers into your financial plan. This could mean saving more than you think you need, avoiding excessive debt, or diversifying your investments. A margin of safety ensures that you can survive difficult times without losing everything. Housel also explains that financial independence is one of the greatest benefits of money. Financial independence means having enough money to live life on your own terms without being dependent on a job or others. This does not necessarily mean being extremely rich. It means having control over your time and choices. Money, in this sense, is not just about buying things, it is about buying freedom. The role of storytelling in finance is another interesting concept in the book. People often make decisions based on stories rather than data. For example, a compelling success story can influence people more than statistical evidence. This can lead to biases and poor decisions. Housel advises being aware of these influences and focusing on facts rather than narratives. The book also highlights the importance of humility and adaptability. The world changes, markets evolve, and new challenges arise. Being flexible and willing to change your strategy is essential for long-term success. Sticking rigidly to outdated beliefs can lead to failure. In conclusion, the psychology of money teaches that financial success is not about mastering complex formulas or predicting the market. It is about understanding human behavior. Patience, discipline, humility, and long-term thinking are far more important than intelligence or technical skills. By focusing on saving, avoiding unnecessary risks, and controlling your emotions, you can build wealth and achieve financial freedom. The book encourages readers to develop a healthy relationship with money, where it becomes a tool for freedom and security rather than stress and comparison. Ultimately, mastering money is about mastering yourself. At the last, I would rather to say that, like these type of content, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye, take care.